Yeah. Turn up. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. I want to make sure my levels are right tonight. Sound issues. What the fuck? Test. Test. The fuck is going on with the audio tonight? Don't do this to me tonight. Episode 71. How come I can hear it in my fucking headphones, but it's not coming through in the computer, man? This shit's pissing me off. Test. Test. No, that ain't gonna work for me. All right, bear with me, guys. We'll be back in one. Up in the building. Test. One, two. All right, I don't know what's going on Podbean. Apparently Podbean. Test. Are we live on Podbean? Harry's drinking again. All right, we got the audio working on YouTube. I apologize. Let's go ahead and shut everything down here. We should be good. We should be rolling. It's saying I got a poor connection on Podbean. I got to get this internet better. I'm doing this shit from a garage studio. So, it's in, it's out. I don't know. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. All right. Let's get down to business, man. We're already 10 minutes into the show. Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again Pubcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, a.k.a. Mr. Harris. And tonight is the 71st episode of T.N.R. Thursday Night Rants, a.k.a. Therapy Night Rants. And you're rocking out with the dopest virtual pub in town and all across the web. Pour yourself up a drink and come on in and relax to know each other. We got some good music up on deck. Oh, YouTube's been hating me a little bit on the copyright claims. I've gotten a claim the last 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know what that's about because I played a couple of things that maybe I shouldn't have. But we should be ready to go. I did the audio check on the phone. YouTube's good. I don't know what's going on with Podbean. The last few weeks, no audio on Podbean. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Test. We're volumes are up on Podbean. Just saying we have a poor connection over here, but nonetheless, man. Tonight, man, 71st episode. Seasonal dads. We're gonna get into that in a minute, but first, man. Shit. First, let me just go ahead and get my little sip on here, and let everybody know that the show is officially sponsored by Gubba Rum. Visit gubbarum.com to check out their selection. They have 2 delicious rums to offer at the moment. Gubba Gold, which is their infused vanilla rum. It's not artificial flavors. It's actually infused. And if you can see there, you see all that? That's natural cane sugar and vanilla. You see that in the bottom there. So It's really infused. It's really great, really sweet, but not too sweet. I don't know. I like sweet things. Coming in at 35% alcohol, 70 proof. They also got the Gubba Silver, which is an infused coconut rum, and you can also see they got real bits of coconut floating around in there. This stuff gives Malibu a run for its money. And I think, we'll start the night off with a little swig of the silver. Salute. Put my nerves at ease there. Doing this show, all these, I was gonna say all these years, not quite years yet, but still having little issues that sometimes you can't get away from. I do the setup of the show, and sometimes technological things just don't want to cooperate. But thank you for tuning in with us. If you're just getting over from the NBA Finals, looks like Denver Nuggets took Game 1 of the NBA Finals over the Miami Heat. Let's see, what was the score here? I was listening to it, 104-93, and I believe the white boy Jokic, the Joker, had a triple-double his first timeout, man. Is that right? I believe he had a triple-double. Last time I heard, he had a 1 rebound away from a triple-double. That motherfucker's a beast. I don't like the way he plays. It was like a white version of Tim Duncan. Boring as hell to watch, but he gets the job done. So salute to the Denver Nuggets. Although they're somewhat of a regional team, I would like the Heat to win still, for whatever reason. Maybe because I'm more of a Jazz fan than a Nuggets fan. It'd be great for the city of Denver, but I want to see Pat Riley get another ring, man. Jimmy Buckets too. But that's going to be interesting. So if you're just getting done with that game, come on over to the High to Pub. It's a happy hour from 8 to 10. And ladies drink free until 9. So the first hour, pour a glass, rock with us. Tonight's topic, it just hit me this morning. It's seasonal dads, a.k.a. Disneyland dads, or part-time dads, or whatever you want to call yourselves. Excuse me, I thought I had my lighter. Let me get my other lighter here. It was, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it right now. I'm doing the one-man show over here. Shout out to, Brother Ray. But sometimes, the shows just hit me, and I'm like, damn, what am I going to talk about tonight? Well, I have a biological son of my own, and I'm going to use the word stepdaughter in this case. She's just my daughter. I'm her father figure. And how am I going to word this? I recently made a TikTok. I've been hesitant to make a TikTok. I actually made one last night. TikTok, at Hide a Podcast, if you want to go follow and check the clips. Also just recently made a clips YouTube channel, Hide a Clips. But I don't know what kind of AI technology they got. Universe. But right after I made the TikTok, now mind you, I just went and followed a bunch of people. I only got a couple followers as of the moment. But all of a sudden I'm scrolling and I see my daughter's TikTok page. And I was like, and I had to do a double take because I'm like, wait, the fuck? And I scrolled back down, and it was and she's 14, by the way, and she was doing a very sexually suggestive dance with some sexually suggestive music in the back, and certain gestures that a 14-year-old girl or boy shouldn't be doing. And I've had talks with her mom before, but seeing that, and then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, get off that shit, deactivate it, delete it. She isn't on there anymore. So I had to delete the account this morning. Of course, as the teenagers go, she wasn't happy about it. Had to explain to her. I said, look, I'm not trying to be mean. It's for your own protection, your own good. Also, if me, a 35-year-old man, is getting feeds from minors in my TikTok, how many other grown men out there are seeing little kids TikToks and whatnot? And you're over here listening to some trash Cardi B, Sloppy B music. I hate that bitch. Hate's a strong word, I don't know her, but I don't like the music and the general rap these days, right? And it got me to thinking. I was like, you know what, that's a topic tonight. I myself, not a seasonal dad. I'm a day one daddy who's been in my child's life since he was born. I've been in her life since she was about 6. So for roughly 8 years, basically a decade. And I'm a parent and guardian. Now, so that's what sparked the whole thing. Go back a few months before my son was born. I said this on the show maybe a couple weeks ago. I had a moment there where I was freaking out. Me and my son's mom were going through some drama, and I didn't know how to handle it. And I was going to leave. I packed my bags. I was heading back here to Reno, and I got as far as Windover. And again, shout out to my boy Trucker. I stayed with him for like a week, and he talked some sense into me, man. He said, go back to your son, go back to your kids. So that was as far as I got. I mean, I thank him for that. I needed that moment to get away, and it was the best decision I ever made. Was coming back. It's not that I didn't want to necessarily be in his life, but I was having some issues with his mother, and I was young and I was still doing drugs, and I was coming out of my player stage or whatever. I don't know if I think I'm still in that, but I'm more refined now. And when I was really reflecting, I was like, man, I can't leave him. I got to go back and raise my son. Now, it was easier because I knew I was having a boy. And I would say, if I would have had a girl, it'd been easier to just dip. Now, I don't know if that's some psyche in a man, some issues that me personally I have going on, or if that's a typical thing, but I feel a closer connection with my son. Obviously, he's my biological. And anybody in the chat, if you want to chime in, if you want to call in 435-02-2975 is the number. You can also type, I'll send you the link. We'll get you on the show. If you want to talk about, if you know any seasonal dads, if you yourself are in a position where you want to be a father. I know a couple of good men that actively want to be in their children's life. They do everything they can to be in their children's life, but the mother kind of spiteful and makes it hard for the man to be a day one daddy. So they're seasonal dads by default, or weekend dads, bi-weekly dads. So salute to you if you are one of those individuals who really wants to be in your kids' life. But to the fathers who just up and leave a situation like I was going to, which would have been a very weak man trait on my behalf, that would have been horrible. But fuck you, motherfuckers. One thing I felt strongly about was my childhood, or the way I grew up. Was adopted and don't know my biological parents. My adopted parents divorced when I was 5, and I basically was raised with my mom. So I would see my dad every summer or every other summer. So I was raised by a seasonal dad, if you will. And then in between that, different boyfriends, my mom would have and stuff like that. So I never really had a father figure. I don't consider myself having a dad per se. But it was in my soul, it was in my heart to, and something still is telling me, like, I was given my son for a reason. And he's the reason that, happy birthday to him too, by the way. He just turned 8 on Saturday. And it fuels me because there's so many bastard kids out there, and so many men that we could simply hump, pump, dump abroad and not think nothing of it. And I don't really know how those types of men sleep at night, because even when me and my son's mother took a little break, a little hiatus, I was I would literally see him every day. I moved right down the street. We had a great relationship. She would drop him off, and so whatever it was, I would take him to school or pick him up, or she would take him to school. I'd pick him up, vice versa. I love being in my son's life. I love being a father. There's nothing else that matters to me. Now, having a son of my own for 8 years, and if the world was a better place, man, I would love more. I really would. So being a seasonal dad was never it wasn't even an option, right? And if I would have left in the very beginning, who's to say? I mean, would I have stayed away? I think my conscience would have ate me up over the years or even months. And I think that I would have probably moved back. Even if I went back to Nevada, I would have came back to my son. That's just what I feel. And but a lot of men in our generation, the boomer dads, they seem to have like more of a cold heart, at least from my perspective. I know a couple of my own peers, and we talk about this a lot, that we sacrifice more than our dads did for our kids. We sacrifice more for our kids than our dads did for us. It seemed like in the 90s and 80s, men, even to this day, they're just more hardened. I don't know if that's from the way they were raised, but I can't see myself ever leaving the father situation. Even if me and his mom doesn't work out, I'm literally a father. And that's something that I really wanted to discuss. And also, because I'm also in a step role, but I'm a main manly figure in a young girl's life, I have a real problem with, I guess, just men who just don't take care of their responsibilities. Now, if there's circumstances, like I stated before, you have a spiteful mother, maybe it's a court order, but you're doing the best you can, then salute to you. But I have an issue also with the fathers who they don't do nothing for their kid, whether it's financially, even mentally, no mental support. And I'm speaking on my specific situation right now when I say this. But then they want to input when it comes down to real life stuff, right? Or when there's maybe once a year when they want to, why is she getting this grade in school? Or what's going on? And this and that. It's like, dude, fuck you. I believe you don't got no right. Yeah, that's your daughter, your kid, but you don't have no right, if you're not actively in that kid's life, to dictate what the fuck goes on under my roof. That's for damn sure. And a lot of men, I think that they feel the need, or not the need. They feel the right to have a say so when they're not in the picture. And you could be outside the picture and still have a say so. That's one thing as a man. It goes both ways. When you're in that role, I would be very accepting if the effort was there. If I seen, oh man, like you already got a dad, so I'm just going to be over here. I'm love and support you, but I'm not going to get in the way. But in my situation, there never has been that other parent. So it's always been pretty much me as far as rules, regulations, clothing, shelter, providing, me and her mother. And seasonal dads, man, seasonal dads. That's something that I know my generation, a lot of us have issues dealing with. Maybe the social media and all everything that we grew up around. Later in life, I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 18. I've only had a phone for roughly half my life. So I had a good foundation, like most of us did, born in the late 80s. We know what life was like before the influence of all this stuff. And being in a father figure role, it just opened up my brain in ways where years ago I wasn't thinking how I am now. And every day I'm processing, I'm reanalyzing myself, and damn, I should have did this better. So now in a couple years, I can set the foundation now to where when she is 17, 18, it's like I'll be that tough dad. I'll be that asshole. Because on the back end, I know that you're going to take heed, or you already are taking heed to some of these words I'm saying. And they used to tell it to me. You might not catch on what I'm telling you now, but later in life, it's going to come back to you. And I realize that now. And I see the effect that a strong man has in the house. And also, this particular TikTok incident that I was speaking of with my daughter. It's just a theory, but my girl will probably disagree. But, she knew that she had the account. She apparently did some posts like a year ago that she got in trouble over. But as a man, I was like, well, if I wouldn't have stepped up and said nothing, probably the mom may have just let it continue, or, oh, it's a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's, I talked to her, everything's okay. But no, it's not okay. Men, we got to stand up. There's a war against us. There's a gender war. To hell with the race war. There's a gender war. It's been going on for decades, and it's up in our face right now. So I had to step up, and I see something, I say something. Like when you're riding the city bus, see something, say something. But in this case, you're dealing with livelihood. You're dealing with children and very severe matters. So I got to pat myself on the back, because it's like, no matter what friction it caused this morning, that was my right as a man to be like, hey, we're gonna do this a different way. Now, if I wasn't in the picture, I would, number one, had no say so, and number two, wouldn't had no idea. And then the woman maybe continues on, or it's not that severe until something happens, or some fucking pervert DMs her or some shit like that. Anything can happen, right? So men, stay in your kids' life. Know what's on their phone. Know what the hell they're up to. Know their passwords and their friends and things of this nature. Because I was a little taken back by that today, and that's what spun the topic today. Now I got some. I'm gonna pull up some notes. We're on Statista.com. This is a number of families with a single father in the United States from 1990 to 2021. And there's roughly, that can't be right, 7,214. Wait a minute. Am I looking up here? And of course, different ethnic and, demographics come into it, right? The stereotype of black men is they don't raise their kids. I would like, before I speak on those actual statistics, I like to pull something up, and it's not letting me. This want me to pay? It's a paywall. Fucking paywall. Statista.com, no good, man. Okay, so never mind. This is single father households. Has increased about ninefold since 1960, from less than 300,000 to more than 2.6 million in 2011. In comparison, the number of single mother households increased more than fourfold during that time, up to 8.6 million in 2011 from 1.9 million in 1960. Now, a lot of that is to do with the government and the welfare system, and when they would literally go to these projects in urban areas and slums and ghettos and all that shit, and they were giving money to the woman if she kicked the black man out of the house. They weren't getting no money. Before that, there was black love and unity, and there were communities thriving, man. So a lot is that of the government, drugs, prison industrial complex and whatnot. But knowing what I know now, like I want to do my best to change it. And I didn't want my son to grow up to be a statistic. And they say, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Well, that just goes with everything. The best thing for me to do is deal with the bullshit. Stay and raise my son. And even when our times got a little rough, I was right down the street. I mean, I literally specifically picked out these apartments. I was like, I could jog in 8 minutes, or even sprint my ass if I had to in 5 or 6, and get to him if there was ever an emergency. And I think going forward, man, our generation, we just, anger goes into that, frustration, identity crisis. And then we use the excuse of not having fathers ourselves. But, most of the men that I've met and know that don't have dads are some of the best dads that I've personally witnessed. There's a lot of probably men as well. I honestly haven't known that many. Most of the fathers that are great fathers didn't have fathers themselves, and they know what that pain is like. They know what those questions can be like. Not even so much now. I got a little boy, man, 8 years old, and I'm trying to be here for him in another 3 to 7 years, when he hits that 11 to 15, when he's going through puberty and his brain's developing. I can't talk tonight. When his brain's developing and you start to wonder who you are. And it brings a little peace and joy in my heart to the fact that I read something. I read these books and stuff before he was born, and I read something 0 to 5 or 0 to 7. And it makes sense, obviously, but is literally the most influential time. If you're in your kid's life up to 7 years old, there's like a very high percentage that they will never forget about you, even if like you die, knock on this wood right here. If that, if I was to pass on, I mean, I would be cemented in his head for the rest of his life. And that was something that I purposely wanted. I never wanted to bring another human in this world and then wonder later in life. He's going to have a lot of thoughts. You're already going to be wondering and having questions and stuff and doubts. I didn't need another doubt of him. Where's my dad? Oh, what was my dad like? And then looking at himself in the mirror, I would look at myself in the mirror, and I just want to know that melanin, man. Where'd my melanin come from? Where'd I get my big stature from? Where'd I get this and this? And so I think boys are just naturally intrigued by their fathers. So we could do the best we can going forward. My generation Y, not the millennials, not the Z's, the lost generation Y. Because we're the true last stand. We're the new boomers. We're boomer kids. And hell, I don't even like loud rap music. I don't like rattling trucks. So I'm becoming an old fart myself. I'm like Ice Cube and Barbershop, no rap music before 10 a.m. Usually, if I do, put on some nice Tupac or some Nas. Depends. But even things like that, we got to be there for our kids to tell them, yo, okay, like that, for instance, my daughter, she got this thing, she's a little afraid of the dark. My son ain't afraid of the dark. I got him trained up because you don't sleep that good when you have light or TV on. Your brain will naturally not let you fully rest. It's like a fight or flight thing going on. YouTube, don't hate on me today, man. These are all these beats, man. We chill. We've been playing the same music. Don't give me a claim tonight. My son used to wake up. He still will. He'll wake right up and turn on the damn PlayStation, right? Not too much anymore, but he will if I'm not there to regulate. And even little stuff like that, I had to tell him. I said, yo, when you first get up in the morning, I said, that's your time. The first few seconds upon waking up is like, to me, that's like the most important. That's your day. So I try, whether you pray, have a morning ritual, a mantra, I always start my mornings with quietness. And I wait minutes before looking at my phone or scrolling or any of that bullshit. And I tried to tell him these same things because it's tools that he can utilize later in life. And all that stuff goes into your hormonal balance, your brain chemistry. You know, if it is in his room, I make like you open the window, pull up the blinds. You know, if you're gonna be in your room, at least, you know, get that air, get that light. These are things that a father or a mother can instill. But we're talking about fathers tonight, man. Weak men, strong men, seasonal dads. And my daughter's the same thing. Like, she would sleep with these bright lights, and I went and bought her a pink Himalayan salt lamp, and she got some LED lights. Cool. If we got to start there, we'll start there. But you're not sleeping with this bright shit, you know, because that doesn't mess y'all up. So it's steps like that I take. This is what I try to do as a dad, and I just try to, you know, look at the deeper stuff. I really want to know what's affecting my kids on the mental, on the internal stuff. The things that we can't see or maybe measure. But it's real simple fixes or real simple changes that can make a big difference. When I first got with my girl, she used to fall asleep with the TV on. And then when we split up, she fell back into that same habit. Fall asleep with the TV on, the lights on, the fans on, bathroom lights on. God damn, that's the most annoying shit to me. Especially, I don't really stay over at nobody's houses anymore. But when I used to, go to stay at somebody's house and motherfuckers just fall asleep. Like, I hate that shit. And you wake up 3 in the morning, the kitchen lights on, and the fucking TV's on, the TV in the other bedroom's on. I can't stand that shit, man. I need pitch black, dark as fuck. And it's gonna help you out. It's gonna help you out a lot. So that's what it is. Welcome to the Hyder Pub. It is Thursday night. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. Salute. We're going live from the same place. 71st, man. You know, man, I enjoyed this so much. But it's gotten a little tougher the last few weeks, probably since I made the transition. Different studio, different setup, different schedule. But the show goes on. And each and every week I will bring up a topic if I do not have a guest. Next week, I reached out, to Big Tone. We're going to get Big Tone in the building. And then, you know, talk some more manly stuff. Some real shit, some street shit. But tonight, man, you rocking with Harris. We had the publicist going for a minute. We got some good guests. And we'll get them back. Still have a bunch of unreleased interviews to put out. Some pre-recorded stuff coming your way. But the streak continues, man. At least an hour a week for 2 years. Stay consistent. And that's something I didn't have growing up as a father to tell me and teach me these things. My mama did the best she could. But a woman can't raise a man, especially when you get to be a young man, teenager, going through that puberty, boy. If I would have had a strong man to put his hand on my shoulder and guide me, I mean, all of us would have turned out a little different and maybe better. But we can't use that as an excuse and a crutch either, man. We just got to take the cards we were dealt. and keep it pushing. When I was younger, I used to want to be in the NBA, right? Like every other kid. Basketball or rap. But I used to sit back, and I still do now, because we're regular common folk working week to week, paying the bills month to month, just paying rent, mortgages, wherever we do. And I used to think, and this could be a crutch. This could be maybe something that's hindering me. That's why I'm speaking about it. This is Therapy Night Rants, baby. It's my therapy. But I used to think that, and I wonder this: do super wealthy people ever feel guilty about being so wealthy? I'll say that again. Do super wealthy people ever feel guilty about being too wealthy? Because you know how it is. Most of us, when we have money, poor folk, the first thing we do, we spend it. Whether it's a fucking tax return, whether you get an unexpected bonus at work. Hell, even if you find $100, you might need 60 to pay your phone bill. But because you just walked across 100, oh shit, let me go back in the store and get that thing I really wanted. And then you still out your phone bill. And I don't know who said it, an athlete or somebody. And I've heard this since then. I think actually even Mark Christopher said this. Shout out to Mark Christopher Lawrence when we had him on the show, and his interview's still to come. This is part 2. You know, oh yeah, I asked him that. I said, was there ever a role that you would turn down or anything? And he said no, because of his faith, right? And he said no. He said, you know, it's the card. Everybody has cards. You can't change them. You just got to play your hand. And he said something to the effect of, how do you know that God didn't give you that gift? So why would you question? Like, so why? Maybe the wealthy people, they don't question their wealth, and that's how they're able to be wealthy, is because, well, somebody got to be rich. Somebody has to shine a rich man's shoes. Somebody poorer than the shoe shiner has to make the shoes in a factory, right? Some little kid in fucking Taiwan. Why do he have the life that he was dealt? But I used to always wonder that, and I still do sometimes, because usually when I am selfish to a very good degree, but I'm the opposite of frugal with money. Like, I can budget, I can pay my bills, but I've never been much of a saver. Recently started investing over the last couple years, like a lot of us during the pandemic, crypto and stocks and things like that. But I often wonder if, when I come into wealth, will I feel guilty? Because you know for a fact that you can change every person's life that you encounter. But if you do that, you won't have enough for yourself, possibly. But in poor people terms, like when you're these NBA players' salaries, like LeBron James, he makes like $60,000 a minute or some stupid shit, like $480,000 a game. And you play 82 fucking games. I mean, come on. 60 mil, whatever. And that's just your NBA salary. And we're over here, the average family, I mean, median income, shit, what, 60? Maybe? Some cities. So you're talking, I mean, you make in a minute what the average family makes in a year. families that are still together and intact. So I have to wonder, like, how do these guys operate, knowing that the same kids you're signing autographs for and stuff like that? I mean, there's a lot of parents, a lot of fathers who may be a seasonal dad, will save up all year, save up $2,500 or $15 just to take their kid to that NBA game or that football game. And you know damn well these people ain't got it like that. Only the people that are sitting courtside. Shit. But do the wealthy ever feel guilty about being so wealthy? And if you are wealthy, should you feel guilty? Is that a personal crutch? Well, hey, sorry, dude. Shit. I love my money. Shit, I don't know why you feel guilty. All sad and shit. I'm gonna spend mine. Fuck the next man, right? So these are just questions that I have, and questions that I had as a young boy growing up without the father, with the seasonal dad. And I want to be there to answer questions like that for my son. That's my main thing, man, is I never want him to look back and question. You could question everything else, but don't question the fact that you didn't have your pops in your life every waking motherfucking day. That shit dear to my heart. Let's get some beats going up in this bitch. Up on TikTok. It only took us a couple of years. I was scared. I don't know why I was scared. Motherfuckers watching me through my front-facing camera anyway, doing devious things to myself in the bathroom and in bed. I wanted to see how the TikTok algorithm played out, though, because the Facebook Reels and the Instagram Reels are cracking, and the first upload has over 500 views. The other two ain't doing so well. It was a good introduction. Excuse me. Harry's drinking again. Damn, that's smooth, man. That's a smooth one. Cup of silver, baby. Infused coconut. Closing in on the first hour here on the Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast Therapy Night Rants number 71. Every week you never know what you're gonna get. And like with anything, a lot of weeks are better than others. But it's the feeling that you get. For me, being on this side, talking away, in the last few weeks, man, I actually had a couple incidences where I'm like, believe it or not, people do pay attention. May not be who you think. I've been caught off guard a few times, even by things I've said over here. And the consistency factor allows people to see You at your downest, your highest. But through the bullshit, you still stick with it. And that's what we do here on the Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. Real quick, if you, a friend, a loved one, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, have any drug issues or substance abuse issues, please call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP. That's 4357. That is the National Drug Addiction Hotline. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get you to where you need to be. Even if you got to call the number because you're on a bad come down and you don't know what the fuck's going on, you feel like the world and the walls are closing in on you, and you got the little tracers and the shadow people, you know, you're going through a little drug psychosis, call that number. They'll talk you through it, even if you don't want to go no further. I've been there. We've all been there. So please don't hesitate. Call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 4357, you motherfuckers. Especially in these days and times when shit gets rough. Especially under the leadership that we have, or lack of leadership that we have in this country, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's because I've been in a certain tax bracket the last few years, and I've started to kind of come into my own as a man. I'm on level 4 manhood. I think there's 5, but there could be 6. I don't know. Hopefully there's not like 10, but I do believe I'm gonna vote this year. I've always been like an anti-voter. Fuck the votes, but I think I'm just gonna do it. You know, I voted locally one time when I was 18, and that's it. But under, you know, Obama, I was too young, didn't have responsibilities. Then Obama again, I didn't give a fuck. Trump, I mean, my kid was just barely born. But now I'm really starting to like understand why people are like patriots, and it sounds crazy, right? Because we're programmed since we're little kids, Pledge of Allegiance and all this stuff. But just this last election, 2018-ish, I really started to see why people get riled up about stuff, and then, you know, why I'm understanding the trickle down effect, I guess, from certain policies and things like that. So it's very interesting, and it makes sense because growing up, I mean, seeing the boomers, they're about late 30s, 40s, you know, 40s and on, man, when shit gets really real, realer than it's been throughout your whole 20s. But I'm looking so forward to getting old, or getting older, because I still feel so young. I'm 35. I'm still about 25 physically and mentally. I'm mixed with probably, I'm gonna say, I want to go 60% old soul, 40% immature piece of shit. But I think I might be 60. I'm gonna go 55 immature piece of shit and 45 old soul. So I got that mix. I believe even Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam and stuff, they Farrakhan and those guys, they you know, they say a man's not a man until he hits 40 years of age. And then even listening to like different successful people speak about coming into wealth after their 40s, because by then you're really kind of like simmer down, and if our brains don't stop developing until we're 25 anyway, then really I'm only about 10 years old. So when we're about 40, you know, we probably I I could see that. I feel like I'm on that trajectory to accomplish great things, but maybe later than what I wanted to. But as long as we keep on, baby. And I don't know if there's audio on Podbean. I see shout out to motherfucking Woody Bush, man, the troll of the century, man. Salute to you. Hopefully we got audio over there. But if not, it is what it is. We're still in the works of getting the podcast on Spotify. And I met a gentleman last weekend. Podcast. He's like, oh, is it on Spotify? He pulled out his phone. He's like, I'm like, oh no. I said, I got a couple episodes over there, but I said I don't have my official page on Spotify yet. First person I came across that just, he didn't fuck with YouTube. He didn't fuck with nothing. I just got Spotify. But so that's in the works. And we'll be utilizing Podbean or maybe even Buzzsprout. I kind of like Buzzsprout, but it seems like Podbean has maybe a more tight knit, built in community. But either way, we do what we do. Trovo, Twitch, or we on Twitter, 2 Facebooks, and the YouTube and LinkedIn. Making it happen. I got enough content and clips to take me a couple week break finally, but I ain't gonna do that. We still got after this week, we still got 32 more shows to complete, and then we'll see about, you know, taking a week off or something, or we might just continue it. But there's bigger things to come. But right now, I want to focus on the Clips channel. Please go subscribe to Haida Clips. Just type in Haida Clips on YouTube, pops right up. And that is where I did upload a short on this channel here today on the YouTube Harris Drinkin Again page. But that was like a one-off. I'll probably upload a short a week or something. But all the clips going forward are going to be strictly on the Haida Clips page. And we're gonna try to grow that as well. So if you're into short form content and you do not want to listen to a fucking man sit here and rant and just talk nonsense for hours every Thursday night, and you just want some entertainment, maybe a little knowledge, Brother Ray over there spitting, we got me freestyling, I got myself dropping a little knowledge, giving you insight. We're gonna have clips of Tommy Chong, Gianni Russo, Beeline, DJ Steady, Rico Pa, all these guys we've had on our show. And that's coming on. So if you're into short form, go check that one out. Haida Clips, the new official shorts channel for this page. And Harris Drinkin on Facebook. Also Harris Drinkin Again on Facebook. Multiple pages for multiple pleasures. Shout out to Gubba Rum, official sponsor. Also go to w.gg and use promo code Pubcast. And you can get up to 10 or 15%. I forget which one. They just sent me an email today. I think they upped it to 15 for the Memorial Day. So yeah, WGG if you need some energy, this and that. Drink break. Oh, I just got me a little Gubba in a little shooter there. Gubba everywhere we go. Gubba makes me come with the flow. Gubba is here to let you know, and Gubba Rum puts on a great show. Visit gubbarum.com. Let's go to Google. I like DuckDuckGo, but there's something about that Google. It's so crispy, so saucy. We got a lot of work to do. Hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day so far. I believe summer 2023. It feels like something super special is going to happen this year. It could be a fucking catastrophe. I don't know. I believe we're in for a very fucked up winter, politically, and another wet winter, hopefully. But because this was a very unusual winter in a lot of parts of the country, and it was a long winter. Hell, we were cold the other day, raining and storming still. I just believe that the vibe this summer 2023 is going to be one for the ages. Whether you're a college kid, you know, we're now 2 years post pandemic, and I thought the summer 2021 maybe last year, but this one, I think that now that really everything is opened up and back to normal and shit in the whatever the new normal is, but I feel like this summer, man, I mean, the people are just yearning to get out. We've been cooped up, snow, rain, sleet, hell, and the bitch is gonna be looking right. Oh, the bitches. Oh man, don't get me started on that. Let me get me started on that. Bitches be looking right. Especially here in the Reno town, man. Shout out to the Nevada women. Damn. And then I've been all around the West Coast. You know, Cali's Cali, but man, Arizona. And I had this conversation with another guy who lived in New York, Miami, LA, and Phoenix, and Seattle. And he said this too, it was years ago, but he's like, Phoenix has the most beautiful women, in his opinion. I've asked a few other people this, even more than Vegas, yes, because everywhere, you know, Vegas is a melting pot. But I'm talking about, man, and something about desert broads, man. Shout out to you, desert broads. Looking sexy with your fine ass. And your motherfucking open toes. And your short skirts. Damn. And them legs. And you put that little, what do they put? A little lotion, little shea butter for the sisters up there. And you get that little shine glistening in the sun. Woo! So summer 2023 is going to be off the chain. Even though I got dad bod and shit, I'd still be out in the pool. Beer in my hand and everything. Shit right there and shit. Not giving a fuck. But the rain is my favorite weather. I'm really an overcast guy. But generally speaking, I think people is out, man. The flooding. So people gonna be out in their boats. It's gonna be lit. Big plans. Let's get back to the little topic for a minute. Seasonal dads. One of the reasons why I post so much clips and content, and I'm keeping my foot in the gas, and I'm gonna double down and double them up, is because the reach, I want I don't really have enemies, but I do have a couple of. Every man has an enemy, like an arch enemy, and I got two of them. Yeah, and I want my podcast and my voice to reach so far, or so near, so close enough, right? It only takes a couple people to share. You know, you're scrolling. Like, I just seen my fucking daughter's TikTok page out of the fucking blue. Like, I'm not. Is it location based or what the fuck? I don't know. That shit tripped me out. But I keep my location off of my phone, and it didn't ask me. TikTok didn't ask me for my location when I downloaded it. So, but I don't know. But I want, in the end, and they know who the real man is, who the bigger man is. Yeah. The end result, when you see the hard work, and you can hate all you want. You can hate all you want, but you fucked up. I made my decision. I made my bed, and I've been laying in it. And sometimes that shit get fucking hot, and then the covers get all ruffled up and twisted. And it pisses me off. And there's crumbs in the bed and shit. Cause I'm late night snacker. But you know what? I fluffed the sheets off, man. I wipe that shit down, wash the sheets, and we come back and we lay back in the bed. But I know deep down that at some point you will fucking see. And that's why we win over here. That's why Harris is drinking again. We win. And we fuck with winners and doers. Because for a long time, I wasn't a winner. I was a loser and a quitter. And that's what you did. Now you gotta lay in your bed. And the hate, I know that hate will build up inside of you. And I'm ready for that too. Because I'm a paranoid motherfucker. I always got my head on a swivel, even when I don't. And I'm always thinking bad shit, even though I'm pretty positive dude and I go off my intuition. I'm always thinking for the bad shit to happen. And it never does. But when and if it does, I'm still going to be in the right. Because I'm not a seasonal dad. I'm a fucking man and a father who tries to do definitely the best I can. I could do better. We all could do better. But the growth week to week, the grind, the level of guests, shit. We got some monetary coming in now, officially sponsored. So it's a slow grind, but at the end result, it's for my kids. Motherfucker, you should owe me child support if you want to keep it a buck. Motherfucker should be paying me child support. Shit. When another man steps up to take care of someone else's creation and then create something with that woman who apparently I treasured, you seen as trash, but it's all gonna come full circle. And that's what motivates me as well with this business right here. It fucking motivates me because I just sit back and I'm like, yeah. And I look at you seasonal dad ass motherfuckers and you still out there, can't really keep a job, ain't got your own spot, still sagging your fucking pants, worried about what rapper's coming to town. Gonna go to the rap show. Motherfucker older than me, dude. Fucking bum. That's what motivates me. To know I'm putting in some work and fucking networking, connections, LLC'd up, making moves. Shit. Probably start drawing me up a will, all that shit. Life insurance, like big boy shit. And then to know the life insurance I got on my ass is still going to help out your seed, even in my demise, motherfucker, in ways that you can never. How does that feel, though? Sometimes I think these motherfuckers have no feelings. Hold on. And a lot of them might try to not. But see, for as empathetic as I can be towards like women's feelings and little relationship quarrels, I got a heart for kids. And I have a heart for people in struggle or strife. I don't like to see suffering and whimpering, and I can't. That's you guys. Now, I'm not gonna say or something like that, and you could see all the behead. But see, I'm a kind of guy. I mean, it could be the tree constantly puffing, and I'm just reflecting, and I'm always trying to be conscious of other people's feelings, except the arch enemies. See, I don't believe in all that. You don't wish death or jail even on your worst enemy. Motherfucker is your worst enemy, nigga. I hope the worst happens, like Dave Chappelle and shit. I hope you get. I can't say that word, the C word. So I kind of believe in karma like that. I don't play it like that. But yeah, actually, I wouldn't wish that on the motherfucker. Yeah, I still would. Fuck you. Get COVID and die, motherfucker. How about that? Shout out Stephen A up in the building. Are you the real Stephen A? Salute. Old seasonal dad having ass motherfuckers. Disneyland dad. Now this specifically is going to the fathers who just walked out. They don't want to deal with the shit. Now I'd be saying the same thing about myself if that was ultimately my decision, which it was not, because like I said, I reflect. I have this conscious about myself. I have a heart. And then you want to come back and have a say so every 6 months. Or this and that. Motherfucker. Ain't even about the money, dude. Where are you when you had to deal with making a decision? Or you might see a little something, and then you have an issue with it. But if you would have put a little more effort, you would have been there from the beginning, and you could have possibly made a difference. I don't like you seasonal dads. We're going to share this show up in the live chat 1 second. But yeah, that's what sparked the whole thing this morning, man. I was like, I just found myself like I'm in this position, and I always am. I just wanted to talk a little shit about like I said, you know, a room for your daughter, or when she goes over to wherever the fuck you are for that weekend, she sleeps on the couch or with her cousins, because you a seasonal dad, motherfucker. You ain't got no reason to, I guess, to hold shit down. But I don't know, man. Motherfuckers don't have the wherewithal sometimes just to, and that's where I get happy, because sometimes I'm pretty down on myself, but then I look at other men and other situations, and I'm like, damn, I'm actually doing pretty good, and I'm conscious of my decisions. So I may not have XYZ at the moment, but I'm working on a strategy to get XYZ. You know, and for a father, man, I am pretty much a softie. I'm pretty stern, but I feel like I do a pretty good job of nurturing as well, almost just the right amount of balance. And I'll probably get a little more stern as my son gets older, as I'm very stern on my daughter now, as she's that age. But for you bi-weekly dads, I mean, and then God forbid, man, you're supposed to get your kid twice a month, but then you want to call the mom and switch one of the weekends because you got a fucking rap show to go to. The fuck out of here with your fucking daycare Disneyland ass. And then fuck up the whole schedule, and then have the nerve to start some shit. No, seasonal dad, that's your weekend. Keep your weekend. You got 2 other weekends out of the month to go with the boys. Seasonal dad, go get your kid. Hell, me and her mama need some alone time. You know? How many men agree with that? We've all been in that situation. Hell, you want to blow mama's back out, so you begging the seasonal dad to come. Oh, I hope he comes through this weekend. I hope he picks her up. I hope he picks her up. Because you want to get freaky deaky. Walk around with your dick out, do shit you can't do when the kids are there every other weekend. Seasonal dad. It's pretty bad when you're a seasonal dad and you know, you want to save up the money because the main dad, the in-house dad, he can afford to just take him every weekend to do shit. But you got to decide between, you want to buy rims for your fucking car? Or do you want to get your daughter the season pass? Huh? That must be tough, man. Shout out to Talk Teach Truth up in the building, man. What's good? Just another show, brother. Another show, another week. Going on 90 minutes here. We're going to do a 2-hour show and just wrap up probably tonight. You know, nothing crazy. We just got to come through and touch the mic. Touch that mic, baby. Go subscribe to T3 though, man. You know, Brother Ray over there trying to get his program down pat. Huh? Hitting some bumps in the road like we did together, but it is all good, man. Again, consistency and you know, and it's cool, man. You know, we'll get Brother Ray. We'll definitely do some shows together again. And we do a lot of behind the scenes content. Every week is a great week, man. This is truly my therapy. And that might be the beauty in the show right there. It's Christmas ad. But that might be the beauty in the show right there, is just, you know, the fact that, hey, maybe more people should do this and can do this, and not everybody can. I've always felt comfortable in front of a mic. Definitely one of my passions. And that's what it is. I'm honestly trying to get a job as a local disc jockey here in Reno, Nevada. I'm putting that out there into the universe. I want to read ads on air, whatever I got to do. But I want to, you know, in radio dying, whatever. I want that knowledge. I want to be in that scenario. I believe that could be my next career path. So I'm going to keep talking about that, putting that up in the air. Hey, thank you. You know, we have 5 o'clock traffic. Looks like we have a crash 395 southbound just before Moana Lane. There's a 4-car pileup. So blah, 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 blah. Just that whole vibe, man. And being around mixing boards and lights is dope. I love it, man. Coming on the under, slender. Coming on the slender. Hey, seasonal dad. It's gotta suck when especially around holidays, right? Fall time. Maybe you got every other Christmas, but now maybe you're dating someone new and you really like her, and you're more focused on her than your own kid because that's your life, and you abandon your kid. So you got to make a decision to go visit her family and get closer to her, or keep your promise to your kid and see her for Christmas. That's a seasonal dad. And the bum ass motherfuckers, they choose to go with the broad, her parents, and disappoint the kid. Your seasonal dad. Never been no seasonal. Corrupting like a weasel. Tripping up a sea. is Drinkin again. Pubcast, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris, your host for the night here at the Haida Pub. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe even share. Tell your friends to come on down. We are open here for a little bit longer. Every night, you never know what you're gonna get. We have interviews with actors, comedians, authors, and musicians, as well as conversation from real ass men living in the moment. I believe every man that's been on there, except for the youngsters, man, shout out to Chino and Daigo, and almost every guy in here is a father. I haven't checked the demographics and the analytics in a minute. I'm actually going to do that tonight. But the last time I checked, we're about 95% male viewership. But salute to the women that do listen to this podcast. And we do have a couple. And they are loyal listeners. And I know last week we actually gained a female subscriber, I believe. And she left a couple of comments in the live chat, so thank you. It was well received. Yeah, Podbean is still saying the connection's poor. I don't know. I got all my shit in. If you could hear it through YouTube, I don't know what's going on with Podbean. This is 2 weeks in a row where there's apparently no audio or very low audio. My nose is itching like a motherfucker today. Need to start getting me a towel. Bring me a towel and shit. Woo! It's getting that time, man. Almost officially summer. 3 more weeks, 20 more days. First day of summer. What is it? June 21st, something like that. It's gonna be hot and popping. Sometimes we drop in, spitting, man, no nonsense. The show is constant and consistent. Here we go, like Pippin, balling out of commission. This is a weak flow, but for sure, I'm gonna get it back, Harris is drinking, I'm always thinking. Doing whatever I gotta do without my shit fucking sinking. I be smoking so the smell be lingering. I'm on the edge and I'm teetering. Cheering. Yeah, we're gonna get a couple of flows before we get out of here. I want to know too. Like, what level of is it an ego thing? Is it a mental illness? What compels? See, I've always talked to myself. I talk to myself like I literally have podcasts with myself all day, like at work or driving. I'm so thankful for the Bluetooth in the car, no hands, because I just be, when I'm really talking to people, but when I'm talking to myself, people probably just think, oh, he's on the phone in the car. But is there a sickness to podcasting or to being some sort of creator? Like, even as an artist, you create art. You have this ability to write and then perform music. And maybe that's a little different. But what possesses somebody to do a podcast in which they just literally sit with no audience, a virtual audience? Salute to all the virtual Pubcast Patreons. But what compels somebody? Is it just because I'm not like this in real life. I'm a very quiet, stoic, mysterious man. Always thinking, super quiet. I don't talk a lot, especially when I first meet people. Just like, yeah. I'd like to get a professional on here. Maybe a real therapist. Yeah. I'd like to interview. I've wanted to do that. Interview like some couple doctors and maybe a psychiatrist or something like that. I'm gonna see what I can do. Try to reach out to a therapist or something and get a therapist to come on the show. I ain't paying your ass though. You ain't charge me no $150 and shit. No, you just come on and talk some shit. Have a glass of wine and you know. But I often wonder because let's say if you're like famous, you know, Joe Rogan, will use him for another example. I mean, he was already famous and even before Fear Factor, he was on the I can't think of it right now, but that long running show with all the comics, it was like a stand-up it was almost like a Living Color news radio. And so he was already known. But what compels somebody like myself, any of these other podcasters, to come from literally nothing to try to make it into something? Like, my explanation is I have long view, and so that's how I can sit here and ramble. And in the early on stages, like last week I showed some of my earliest work in 2020 before it was even a podcast. Really, I just had a mic and I was sitting there on Instagram looking crazy because I wasn't working. But I had the long view in which I was a little uncomfortable, but now I just sit and I'm like, oh, let me just keep coming up with stuff, or, you know, hitting back on these points. But I don't know, is there a little bit of sickness in there too? Like it's another thing I used to wonder as a kid, like what possesses certain people to just do what they do? Like, you got the super outlandish people, loud, eccentric, you know, braggadocious, flamboyant, right? I'm opposite of all those things. I don't like to be too loud. And maybe it's kind of hypocritical too, because you know, you can't really pick and choose maybe your level of notoriety or fame or popularity in school. It just kind of chooses you. And I've just been a guy that I feel like I'm probably looking like I did some pills or something. I promise I didn't. I don't know what the hell. Face itchy. But no, if I did some pills, I definitely wouldn't do a show. Or would I? Anyway, I'm getting lost in the sauce. Yeah. Just questions, man. Questions. What, you know, those types of personality traits compared with other people with other personality traits that are more refined and quiet and reserved, right? And I have my moments. Excuse me, Jesus. That's the whole moniker behind Harry Too Scary, is the character. It's Harry. That's the drunk guy, the loud guy, the dark guy, the schizo. Get a little paranoid in my dome and shit. I might go off the rails, do a bender, be sober for 3 years like I am, you know what I'm saying? I might. I'm not, you know, I don't plan to anymore, but you never know. That's the Harry. That's Mr. Harris is on a Monday morning when I go into the business meeting. How you doing? Oh, good to meet Mr. Harris. Yeah, thank you, sir. Good to meet you too. You know? But on Sunday, I was getting a little hairy, you know? Yeah. Let me do the breakdown of that name. So originally Nevada Boy never dies, but he died. He's in a coma. He's in a coma. They don't know if he's gonna come out of it. So Nevada Boy presents Desert Underground Volume 2, Harry Too Scary. Or Nevada Boy presents Harry Too Scary, Desert Underground Volume 2. Also on iTunes, Spotify. Go type it in right now. And inside joke, my good homie, you know, Harry, and I used to hate that fucking name, Harry. That's where you get this. Harry's drinking again, and I just did it one time and never changed that. It's supposed to be his voice, but he used to do this Harry, and I used to fucking hate it. But I am literally Harry, like I'm a hairy guy. My last name's Harris, and then there were moments where like I kind of liked it, like you know, like oh, and then Fern, my boy Fernie, shout out to you, big Fern dog man, Viva la Mexico man. Peace and blessings, brother. I can't wait to see you soon, man. He'd be like, it's Harry the Scary. You know what I mean? And they used to like Harry to the Scary. And then that shit left me for years. And then I was sitting there thinking like, man, I ain't Nevada Boy no more though. You know, I got to switch it up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And so again, it just kind of went back to the roots. And I was like, what's something that's just different, but it's natural? Oh, yeah. You know, it was D-Lo. You know, I had a bunch of nicknames, but they're all like Harry Too Scary. It was really Harry Too the Scary. But I don't want to put no too many words. So it's just, and then I was typing in names. Scary Harry taken. Harry Scary is taken. It's like some different, it's like this instrumental, this organist or pianist that does Halloween music, Harry Scary. You got like Harry Skelter on the rock tip, and I typed in Harry Too Scary, wasn't taken. Typed in Harry Too the Scary, I was like, yeah, let me do that. H2H, Harry Too Scary. So that's the fucking origin of that damn name. And that's where you get it from, man. Harris Drink It Again podcast, man. Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. But that's what it is. Monday morning, business, casual, you know, lunch in, close the deal, Mr. Harris. And then we got to go do a show, do a meet and greet, do a podcast, anything secular, late night, devilish, demonic, sinister, Harry Too Scary. All right. I'm your boy. All right. I'm still waiting on that contract. Huh? Harry Too Scary will sign the contract, right? Mr. Harris is the guy who's going to walk away from the devil, right? But Harry Too Scary is going to get in the shit. Yeah. Back to Nevada, land of the shooters. We're going to get some gubba shooters, man. That's next. I'm going to talk to Steve. I'm be like, man, you know, is this the only bottle? I don't know if he just does these bottles, the pints, get some little mini shooters. That'll be the shit. But we're trying to push it. Let's go type in Gubba Rum right now. We're going to close out on this show here in a few minutes. And once again, man, I'm really not, but fuck it. I'm not, you know, hardest working man in the podcast business. At least the most consistent. I will say that. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. Sit here and rant and ramble motherfucking all night. I'm not going to miss a therapy session. Let's go to the upper room. Kizza. Fuck you. Sign up and get 5% off. And I want to. I tried to become an affiliate. I'm going to share my screen. We got drizzly.com. I'm trying to become an affiliate of drizzly.com. Yeah, I don't like Talk Teach Studio that much. It made me reset my permissions before the show. That's why it was about 5 minutes late. Look at that. That's crazy. Thank you. Over on Trovo, first comment, first engagement on Trovo. You were here with this last week? She said, I thought it was 8 p.m. 5 minutes late. I'm fucking 5 minutes late. Motherfucking 8 p.m. But I get it. But shit. Thank you. All right. Close that out. We're gonna go over here. A little bit of traction tonight. Thank you guys. Anybody who is listening here. I believe my screen is shared. It's drizzly.com. Gubba Gold. Gubba Gold, artisanal American rum, is made with organic vanilla, delivering a smooth and flavorful spirit. This rum is produced, blended, and bottled in small batches at a craft distillery in Denver, Colorado. The process begins with organic evaporated cane fermented in stainless steel. Has aromas of light, creamy vanilla wafer appear before a hint of pepper on the palate. Subtle caramel and vanilla bean leads to soft, creamy vanilla sandwich cookie at mid-palate with hints of butter. The finish is soft and light with lingering echoes of sweet shortbread and soft vanilla. Gubba Gold rum was designed to be enjoyed on the rocks, but also provides a wonderful tropical base for cocktails. The brand likes to describe this golden colored, lightly flavored rum as being wicked smooth. And that's fucking spot on. Whoever wrote that shit has aromas of a light, creamy vanilla wafer appear before a hint of pepper. Subtle caramel and vanilla bean leads to a soft and creamy vanilla sandwich cookie at mid-palate with hints of butter, bro, before finishing off with light and lingering echoes of sweet shortbread. That was a great description. I'm not trying to get there. www. Here we go. Yeah. I ain't done tonight. I gotta catch a flight. I gotta stay up and right. I gotta edit. Yeah, I said it. Watch me go and behead it. The fucking beat. Like Bobby Shmurda unleaded. I'm putting fuel into my car cause I'm about to go far. It's Thursday night and I'm sitting here feeling like a star. Gubbarum.com. That shit is the bomb. I drink it all night long. Even asked my mom. I called her last week when I was drunk in a stupor. She said, son, you're too old, feeling like a loser. I said, mom, I know, but I'm drunk, I got to go. Then I hung up and hit the motherfucking out the door. My girl called about an hour later. She said, you need me to go pick you up in a damn scraper? I said, nah, bitch, I'm walking. I'm gonna keep talking on the podcast, flossing. Even though Steve, he is in Boston. The rum is from Denver, Colorado, like Steve Austin. Cold as the fucking Rockies, you know. It's the show, T.N.R. Here we go. Therapy, Harry too scary. Have you ever heard of me? I am a different entity, spitting and whipping just like vanilla beans. Finishing off with the ice cream sandwich. I'm causing damage and I'm wicked gubba gubba rum. Wicked gubba gubba rum. Wicked smooth on the tongue. It makes you go, give me another shot. Sorry, I had to bust that flow in your ass. That's right. I should have had the camera on me because that was a clip. That's probably gonna be the best flow of the night. Unfortunately, but you never know. But I got some more work to do. A 2-hour show is pretty good because I'm gonna stay up and post some more clips. I got some editing to do. It's gonna be a fucking busy weekend. Oh my God, I wanna be tweaking and just go back to the damn days where I was lazy and head up in the maze. This shit is crazy. Now I gotta wake up and book shows, send emails, make sure I'm on my game, stay consistent when they call my name. Cup of Gold Espresso Martini, 2 ounces Cup of Gold, 3/4 ounce chocolate liqueur, 1/4 ounce Frangelico, 1/4 ounce Kahlua, 1 ounce of Moon Espresso, a splash of Bailey's, splash of rum cream. That shit looks fucking bomb. Yeah. Definitely, man. We're gonna, I still got those videos I gotta do too, man. We gonna get on it. Yeah, we're doing I'm actually doing a coconut mojito. And I was gonna do a dark and stormy for the drink reviews that I have coming. Oh, they coming. Never rush greatness. I want to make sure I get this shit right though. And that it's something really good, All right, hey, Podbean, salute, brother Ray, Woody B, and Stephen A. We're tapping off of Podbean tonight, and get on with the show. We'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time. T.N.R. episode 72. I'll have Big Tone up in the building, and it'll be a different show, man. We're gonna be, engaging, talking shit. Who knows? You never know what you're gonna get, man. So come on back. Hi the pub. One time a guest, second time your family, motherfucker. We'll see y'all next week over there. Pod B, man. Salute, man. Harry's drinking again. Pubcast. Oh yeah. All right. Damn, we had some good engagement a couple weeks ago too. That's exciting, man. It's a beautiful journey we're on. Contact hidapodcast@gmail.com. Work out a deal. All right. If you want to promote on this platform, round up. We try to crack that 250, man. I'm a quarter of the way there. I'm on the way to monetization. You know what I mean? It's hard, man. But if you are interested, contact Hide a Podcast, man. We'd love to promote you. So whatever we got to do. I'm the shameless promoter, shameless plug master. All right. Give you plugs all damn night. Low price of $5. You know what I mean? Hit that motherfucking email if you're interested. hey, it's 250 more people that possibly are gonna see your shit. Cash App, Hide a Pubcast. Nickel and diamond, motherfuckers. We'll promote you for $5 over here. Give me that $5. Give me that $5. Even though it's really 10 these days. $5, you know, in this economy. Ugh. But I'll never turn down a good $5. All right. Hide a Pubcast, motherfuckers. So thank you, Podbean. And what else we got over here? And if you do give a damn, if you tired or whatever the fuck, use promo code Hide a Pubcast. W.GG. That's the energy. You see it on your feed, your Facebook. They're giving everybody affiliate links and shit like that. So you can use mine. It'll help out the platform over here, and we help us grow. That's all it is, man. Until then, all the work will be done by hand. Like building a house. We're building a pub from scratch over here. Strictly by hand and mouth. No homo. No homo to you young motherfuckers out there. Yeah, man, building this pub by hand and mouth. Word of mouth, spreading the word, and showing up to do the work. And as Brother Ray would say, the Lord's work. A lot of people would say that, you know what I mean? And that's what we do over here, man. Harry's drinking again. Pubcast. As we enter the 2-hour mark of the show, slight delay. We begin to wind down. Yeah, pub's closing early tonight, y'all. Pub's closing early tonight. You know, the lights go on, right? The music gets a little lower. All right. Give everybody that natural feel like, all right, he's closing up. He did it last. Harry, you know, that's what it is. It's the wrap up. I don't know. I felt like it was a good show. I'm just a man sitting here rocking for 2 hours talking. Ain't got no guest, no host, and I'm still here. And I'm still fucking here. Huh? That's right. Sometimes about something, about nothing. Seasonal dads. Fuck you. Especially you. You. Oh, I know you're going to see this eventually. Could be tonight, tomorrow, 3 months from now. I'm sure you already caught wind. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the little socials and here and there, dipping in there. Huh? Probably be scrolling through. Damn, is that the mom? Yeah. Day one, daddy. I love my son. Happy birthday. And being a father is the best thing that fucking happened to me. And that's tonight's topic. Next week, I'm going to have my boy Big Tone. Big Tone, Reno vet, Reno OG, Nevada OG. He'll be on. And we go talk real niggerish next week. Yeah. Street shit. I don't know. Who knows where it's going to go. But I'm gonna have him on, man, because I liked when he came on early on. It's been months. We're gonna get some good combo. Probably talk some hip hop. We'll definitely talk sports. Cover the finals. And I'm gonna be in touch with him this week to see, what's on his mind. And we always talk man shit, fatherhood shit over here. That ain't never gonna change. Because that's what we do. That's the easiest thing to do. Harry's drinking again. Yes. And the official outro song. But yeah, that's going to be on the agenda for next week. Let's go ahead and throw this. See y'all next week, 8 p.m. I got to change that. Let's do that right now. It's actually Pacific time. Let me change that right now. We're back on Pacific time over here. I've been putting that up for weeks and it says Mountain time. Holy shit. All right, let me change that right now. Boom. See y'all next week, 8 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Mountain, 10 Central, 11 Eastern, baby. And like 5 in Hawaii. But yeah, man. Denver Nuggets took game 1 of the NBA Finals. It is June 1st, first day of the month, episode 71. Another Thursday night. Wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up. It's the first of the month. Get up. Yeah. Let's fucking kill it. All right? Let me take another sip of this silver before I get about this bitch, man. Oh, I try to be nice, stuff, but now we just going straight from the bottle. Steve, salute to you. Officially sponsored by Gubba Rum. Harris to drink it again. It's been dope. Go check out the Hide the Clips, man. Hide the Clips. All the past shows, present shows, unseen shows, short form. That's where you want to be. Hide the Clips, Hide the Podcast. How easy is that? Walking and talking the damn thing. Other than that, I gave what I gave. I don't even watch my shows back anymore. Every week I used to go back, listen. Maybe I should go back to doing that. Oh, and shout out to me, just noticing this. My fucking collar tucked in the whole show. See, that's drunk shit right there. It's like, oh, dude, your collar's messed up, dude. Yeah, I don't fucking care. Don't try to fix my collar if you ever see me in person. Like, oh no, just leave it. My shirt felt good. Don't touch my collar, okay? When I fix it, I'll fix it, okay? When I fix it, I'll fix it, okay? I do shows with my collar fucked up, okay? That's what I do. We out this bitch. Peace and love. Harry's drinking again.